Hey guys, Dorin here from Premium UI Kids. It's 11 a.m. here in Romania, a sunny day, so I felt like creating a video. Today we're going to talk about how to create a portfolio as a UI UX designer. This is still a hot topic. Many of us ask this question a lot on Google and YouTube. So I think everyone or almost every designer nowadays can create a pretty decent portfolio layout in Figma. So I think a more relevant question is something like that. What a portfolio should contain in order to attract clients? What should be in it? So imagine that a client approaches you and he wants a mobile or a web app for his business. So he requests for your portfolio in order to hire you. So you give it to him. And what do you think is the most important thing when seeing your portfolio? Well, I think there are 4 key aspects that define a great portfolio. But number one, the most important and crucial one is the quality of your previous work. So you may have a wonderful website draped in a modern look. You may tell a great story about yourself and how you started. You can build a powerful brand around it. But if you don't have solid work that demonstrates your professional experience, well, you're not gonna get too far. So you have to treat your project with utmost care, give the clients the best you have, and you will have a solid portfolio. Number 2 is how you describe your process. So many designers fail at this step, so they just upload powerful pictures and very creative, but the client wants to know how you proceed and how you start a project and how you can create a solution for him. So I think you can start and implement and just add the problem statement on each project on your use case. So just start with problem statement and show them step by step how you get to a solution. So just include how you did your research. You provided contextual interviews where you listen to people, observe, to take note. You can define the competitors, analyze the local market. Include all these aspects in your use case page, and you will demonstrate that you are a pro and they will feel safe. It's all about building trust, guys, in the end. So they have to know that they are in good hands when having a solid and a massive digital product. So take time and prepare and insert every detail in your use case page, in your project page. Number 3, moving on, is your professional experience. So no one wants to spend a lifetime reading your CV, but try to include your previous companies where you've worked on. Just be conscious and straight to the point and list your duties there. Your background experience is very powerful. It's a huge deal breaker. If you may have a solid portfolio, you may have a wonderful website where you describe, but if you don't have any previous companies where you worked on, well, they're not gonna choose you. So make sure you include all these. Maybe in the about page, include your professional experience and you will gain trust. The 4th aspect, and I think this is very, very crucial, don't underestimate, is the power of testimonials. So many of us or many designers just use fake testimonials in order to gain trust, but I'm probably sure that it's not gonna work in the near term. So make sure you ask people that you work to provide you a testimonials. This builds a lot of trust. So make sure you add the company's logos from your clients and make sure, because some of them will check. Believe me, this process is called background checking. So make sure you are genuine, you provide real testimonials supported by real people. So these are my 4 key aspects we have to consider when having a great portfolio. So in the next video, I will show you exactly my process on how I create a portfolio in Figma. So by the end of it, you will have the file, the design file in Figma for free. So all you have to do is watch my process and just comment if you don't like something or if it's something that I can improve. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys. So I'm in Figma. Let's hit new design file. Let's click A for airboards, MacBook Pro 14, and let's create our first grid. I want to create a full width grid based on Bootstrap framework. So without further details, let's go to grid. Let's click plus. I hope you all know, guys, what is Bootstrap. It's a powerful framework for front-end developers that allows them to implement our designs. So let's click a gutter of 30. You should study Bootstrap. It's very powerful. I think nowadays more powerful is Tailwind CSS. So I want to create a full width Bootstrap, and let's see what is the width here, and let's see something like that. I want the distance on padding left and right, margin left and right to be even bigger, so something like 85 will work just well. I'm so upset that Adobe bought Figma. I know, guys, and this upsets me very much, but I know that some of you resonate with me. So without further details, let's focus on the actual creation of the portfolio. So the next thing that I want to address is the header. So I will use my name for the logo, and let's see here, this is 24. I'm using enter, but I want to change, so I'm going to fontshare.com. You should check fontshare.com. This is a very good website for typefaces. So you see here, minimalist, the high quality of the fonts is insane. So I think I'm gonna use something different like Nipo. I found this font a few weeks ago and I just loved it. So it was love at first sight. So let's use Nipo, guys. You should go and download it. It's free. And let's copy and paste style. I will copy and paste styles a lot in this video. And this is the front page index. I know everyone calls this link home, but I will use index just to be different. Work, this is the most important page of your portfolio. So as I said, it's not important the how it looks. Well, it is important, but the most important part is what should contain and how you create a story around it and what you put in it in order to attract clients. This is the navigation. Let's make it 18. Let's go here and let's make it uppercase, and let's duplicate in order to create a classic call to action. I'm gonna rename this let's talk, something like that. Hold shift A in order to add our auto layout. Click fill, make black. Hold control in order to select the layer under inside in order to reduce time. Let's see, let's talk. Okay, so we have three main components here: logo, navigation menu, and call to action. And the height of the call to action is something like 48. I know this is too tall, but believe me, we can change this later. Okay, so I want a registration, trademark symbol. As you see, I've already searched in the past. I think it's a cool effect. Let's click shift A in order to add auto layout because I want to add a stroke. Let's make it 1.5. Let's make it 48 as well, and let's be consistent. I think 12 is good, and let's make it medium. And okay, 24. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is creating an auto layout for the nav, and let's add a selected effect on the index because we are on index. Let's select index and line, and let's say selected. Let's change the direction. Let's go and choose something like 8. I'm gonna use multiple of 4 because in Bootstrap this is how things work. So it will be something like that. And if I change home, you see that the border underneath is not going to move along. So home something is not working. So let's select line and let's choose fill container here, guys. And now you see the line is adapting very smoothly. So we have logo, we have nav, we have call to action. Select all three. Auto layout, let's name header, let's choose here horizontal vertical alignment, let's choose auto. And now we have our first component that is called header. So it's not rocket science, you see, it's easy. You have 18 pixel on the call to action, 18 on the navigation menu. So let's select these two and let's move on to the hero section. Let's create a main container here and let's make it fixed width. So you see, let's make it the same width that the artboard has. And the reason I'm doing that, guys, is because I want to, with one click, I want the distance between the sections to be the same and to control the entire layout very rapidly. So let's choose here 64 and let's make this fill, and let's go on header and let's make fill. So you see there is a lot of auto layout here, there's a lot of fill container in order to take the whole width. I will try to talk less and work more, but I want you to understand, guys. So let's go on header and let's choose 80 pixels, and you see how it all adapts smoothly. Let's say the hero, I want to take the whole real estate and the content inside, I will give it a margin left and right of 80 pixels. So I want to manipulate the background color, so that's why I'm using the full width, and that's why I haven't created a container and give it to the container 80 pixels, but I gave 80 pixels to each section inside the containers. And maybe there are sections that I don't want. So I hope you understand. And let's call this hero. And let's choose something like this. And let's disable a bit. And let's choose something like, hi, I'm Andrei, a senior ex-designer based on Bucharest, because I'm from Romania. Okay, this called hero. Okay, guys, let's delete this. Let's add a fill. Let's choose something like that. Let's grab it, let's change the direction here, the alignment to horizontal, and let's make something like 64 or 56, and let's make it something like that. Okay, let's add a paragraph, let's make it 24 because this is bigger. I want people to read in one glance what I do and how can I improve people's lives, what are my services. Let's select these two, auto layout, something like 16, make them fill, and this is called copy. I'm moving fast, I hope you understand. If not, just go back and see. This is called image, hero, direction on the horizontal. Let's make something like this in order to see the image, and go to the hero and make something like 80 in order to perfectly align with the header. So this I want to take the full height, and let's enable again the layout, the grid, and let's make it fill, and see the distance is 64. If I click on hero, you see 64. Okay, let's make this full. Let's make this full fill container. Okay, guys, go here and just enlarge the text. Let's again disable the container and let's see what we have here. So let's choose something like this, and let's select all these two and let's make it hero 1. So apologize for the background noise, my kids is driving me nuts, so I apologize, guys. On hero, let's add a field and let's add a field something like that in order to have the same, it's like it's one component. Okay, so let's go here in order to align on the top with the artboard, and on hero let's select container and let's give it a top margin something like 24, and no, on hero something like 24. Okay, so now I think I'm pretty happy with the result. So let's go and find a image for me, something that resonates, like that looks like a UX designer. I hope we'll find something here. I know you know Unsplash, guys, so look, I think this guy describes well. It looks like a web designer, like a UI UX designer. So what I'm doing here, copy image, go to Figma, select, just paste the image, and you see now it's working. So just go, select the image, select the hero, and increase a bit the height, something like 720. Okay, let's increase the height of the entire artboard, and let's click on hero and let's make a lighter gray. Let's delete the let's make it on here as well. What did I do? Okay, and let's say that I want here on the right the image to go uh, to go all along, so I will get rid of the margin right. How do I do this? Well, you go here on auto layout and just click 0, and you see it creates a cool effect. I like it. Let's select the headline. Let's give it something like medium, and let's say I want the description here to add this helper self-explanatory text. So just go to ChatGPT and say something like that. I am a UX designer and I am building my portfolio based on this formula. I help X do Y so they can Z. Can you please give me a solid description? I help X to Y so they can Z. Okay, let's see if ChatGPT can help me. I help businesses create intuitive and engaging digital experiences that resonates with their users. So can you be a bit shorter? Awesome, awesome. So let's just paste this one here. Let's make it field. Okay, guys, so let's not make this uppercase. So I help companies craft user-friendly digital experiences that drive engagement and growth, enable them to connect meaningfully with their audience. Awesome. So I think it's time for you guys to use ChatGPT as much as you can. So let's copy this call to action here. Let's make something like, let's add another one. Let's see my work. Okay, let's make it a bit different here. And let's get rid of the fill, add stroke, click on the text, make it dark. Okay, select all these two buttons, change the direction, create auto layout, change the direction. See, I'm moving very fast, but I think you will get it. So let's see what is the height. So let's make it 24 because I want these buttons to be more visible. Let's make it something like 52 on the height and something like 52 as well here. And I don't like the distance between this call to actions and the paragraph. So let's select the title and the paragraph, and let's make it text. Something like 16 works well here, but here let's click on the copy and let's give it 32 in order to add a bit of a negative space. So I think now it's looking good, but I want this copy to be 36 to increase it a bit. Okay guys, so now we have the header, we have the hero, and it's time to move down with my services, something like that, my process. So it's very important to let people know that you are in charge and you know what you're doing. My empathic user centric approach, something like that. You can change later on, guys. This is I just try to show you how I create this layout, and you can change the text as you like. So this file will be free, so let's decrease the size because these are my steps. First is user research, something like that. The second one, I'm thinking here to add a bit of an accordion menu where you can expand and collapse steps in order to read and to reduce the text here. So the second step is data analysis, where you analyze your competitors, your local market. The third step would be something like brainstorm ideas. The fourth one is where you wireframe them, wireframe. The fifth one is something like ideate. Okay, I don't know, prototype. Testing users, testing, design solution, or adapt, something like that. Address, deliver. Okay, deliverables. So user research, let's select all these steps and let's click on auto layout called steps, and let's give it a gap of 32 pixels. I think I want here minus because this one will be expanded, and I want plus. All I'm doing here is adding some icons from a design system that I have. So you should use a lot of design systems, guys, in order to reduce time and reinforce your creative process. So you see, I created another auto layout of this expanded step just click here on middle in order to align on vertical, and let's add a bit to manipulate the stroke. Something like 2.5 will work just well. This is a symbol, go to plus as well, 2.5, and let's shift A, change, move on the middle, use research. This is data analysis. Okay, so let's increase a bit, something like 32. I want, so you see it these days huge typography plays a major role in UX design, UI design especially. So what I'm trying here is creating a minimalist portfolio layout with no accent color whatsoever in the first phase, and maybe we can add it later or something like that. So let's duplicate data analysis, let's copy brainstorm, let's go here and let's problem statement, define, where you define problems. Let's move my head here. Okay, let's duplicate wireframe ideas. Okay, so I am very meticulous, as you can see, and let's click this UI design, editing phase. Okay, prototype, let's duplicate, let's make something like that, and let's make this 5, this one 6, delete prototype, user testing, I like it, and let's go here because I think I'm trying to move myself a little faster. Let's click here and something like that. Okay, so this is the step. Let's select all these words. I'm holding Command Shift and let's make it fill, and let's click on steps and my empathic approach. Again, Shift A in order to create auto layout. My process as a UX designer, change the direction, just add it inside a container. Okay, change the direction here, click on this headline, make it fill, click on the steps, make them fill, and you see that just go here on each one. Okay, and just click them fill. Okay, so make sure that this is also fill. Okay guys, so just make sure every layer, parent and child are inside, and there are with fill container. In order to take the full width, just add here 80 pixels in order to add margin left and right. Let's go here and let's increase a bit the thickness, something like 3 will look better. And you can skip this process, it's very repetitive, but if you want to have a great portfolio where the image create a positive spark, and especially if you also have a wonderful story and you present your steps and you show that you have a good professional experience, that you will have a great portfolio. Okay, so I want here to add a paragraph or something like that. What user research means in UX design, please help me. Okay, so I can take this paragraph here and let's go here and let's add this paragraph here. Let's copy the style of this one by clicking Alt Command C. Go to this one, Alt Command V. This one is going to be filled, and you see that this one is expanded. And let's make this 3 pixels and create again an auto layout, and let's add something like this. 16 will work well. Expanded, and let's add some separators in between all of them. Let's make it fill, make it then separators. Let's add 1.5 and duplicate and place them around these steps. This creates a very cool effect. Okay, duplicate. Okay guys, now just decrease a bit the line height, the gap. Okay, I think this one, let's give it here auto. Let's see what happens. I want this text to be something like something like that. Okay, and something like that, and even bigger. No, even bigger. 96 will work well, but let's enable the grid again and let's see where it fits. So I want this to be, the gap to be something like 48. Okay guys, so moving along here, just disable. No, I think the gap was fine, so let's leave it like auto. Let's give again a fill. Okay guys, I like it. So let's move again and let's add some values that I believe in. Let's click something like user first, always. Let's add a paragraph. Let's copy this paragraph. Let's go here. Let's select these two. Let's click align on the center. Let's align on the, let's create an auto layout, call mantra. This is my mantra, something that I believe in. Okay, so as you can see, I already added in a container. Just change the direction here in order to align them on the center. And let's add some values here. Ask a lot. So great UX designer asks a lot of questions, think more, and design less. Okay, let's make it something like 40. Let's give them all to be medium. Let's make them uppercase. So this is 40, this is 48, this is 56, and let's just Shift A in order, I want them to be like circles. So go here, fixed width, and I want to 260, just add stroke, go to border radius, add something like 100 or something like 400, and you can change them later if you want. Let's duplicate, let's click on thing more, let's add thing more, let's go and let's duplicate again, design less, let's delete all these two. Okay, so this is ask a lot. This one, it will be something like fill. I want to be aligned on the left. Let's make it hug contents. This one is on the left. Let's give it an enter here. This one on the left again, and let's give it something like this. Okay, so this is ask a lot, think more. Let's increase something like 360, something like this, 420, 420. Let's select all these three, create auto layout, change the direction, make them circles. Let's add them inside the container, inside the mantra. This again auto layout called text. Let's give it margin left and right of 80. Let's make it fill. Okay, let's click on this auto layout section and let's add a fill. Okay, let's decrease a bit the gap in between or make it something like auto. Okay, let's give it a gap here on the vertical, something like 72. Let's delete again a bit this one, and let's make it something like this. I think it will look better. And here let's decrease a bit the gap, and let's click on mantra, let's click here and let's align them on the center, and let's click on this mantra section and let's add a fill, guys, because I want a bit of separation here. And let's add a bit of a padding, 64 or 72. Okay guys, so we're moving along here. Just it looks like a wireframe with a lot of black and white, but if I click on container and you see I want to increase the gap on all of the sections with one click, I can do that, or two clicks. So negative space plays a major role in UI design, and it creates that clean effect. So I think I am happy with my first results here, and let's make it 16 pixels. Okay, let's add a bit of my use cases. So this is case studies, something like that. Again, I need a bit of a description. Let's copy again. Let's add a description. Click here, auto layout 16. Let's arrange on the left. Let's make sure that the text inside are perfectly aligned on the left. Okay, this is called copy. And let's add our projects, our use case studies. I'll create a rectangle, and usually the project name, something like React Media. This is a website of one of my friends that I did in the past. Let's copy the styles from that headline. Let's copy from here. Let's add the paragraph, a short description. What I did on this project was something like research, analyze competitors or market analyze UI design, and A/B testing. Okay, something like this. Try to be very specific. Let's call this one excerpt. Let's make it something like 12. Let's add an arrow so the user um, we can redirect the user to the project. Let's add inside. Let's add this arrow inside. Let's increase its size to something like 40, and let's change the orientation here, the degree. Let's make it something like something like this, and let's increase the border here, the stroke. Okay, so this is the excerpt, this is the copy again, copy, and I have to change here the direction in order for the arrow to go to the horizontal. Let's make this fill, and let's create our auto layout component, parent component, and let's make it something like 1. Okay, so this is my component. Let's click on the copy, let's click inside, fill, something like fill. Okay, so this is my first project. Okay, and I want this here to be like that, and I want to create a masonry effect. So let's again auto layout, call case studies. Let's move inside the container, go here. Okay, let's move it here on the left. This is called case studies. So let's give it something like 72, a gap, and let's change here the direction, and let's switch positions. Okay guys, so this is, let's add that margin left and right, and let's click on case studies and make it fill. Okay guys, so this one is fill and this one is hugged, and you see that when I change the width it also changes here, so you have to double check the excerpt. Okay, so this I want to be something like this. Make sure that all the insides elements are on hugged or fill, whatever, depending on whatever you want. Let's duplicate, let's click on these ones, and let's call it left, and let's change the direction. Let's delete this one, duplicate, something like 3 will work well, and let's duplicate, and let's make something like this, and let's go here and make something like that. So case studies, something in between. No, I want this projects here to be right. I change the direction, so here I want this to be fill. Okay, so you see it changed the width. Okay guys, so now I'm pretty happy with what I did. So I want here to make something like in-depth effect, so give it a feel and give here something like 56, or even more aggressively 64, in order to create that indent effect. 65 is just enough, and let's make this like that. And let's add a bit of diversity here. Premium UI kits, my website here, something like web riders, project I did, think healthy, something like that. And you see, maybe we have some larger title, some long title, and you see that it always looks very well, because we did the value of fill here, fill container. And let's add a bit more, give a term, and I think we are good. Let's add here even the gap a bit bigger, or let's increase the height of the picture, so something like 520, something like that, something like that. Let's select all them by holding Control or Command if you're on Mac, and let's decrease a bit the size of the projects, because I want to establish a clear hierarchy. And let's make it 36. I want this headline to stand out, and I think something like 64 will be even better. So I have no, 56, because I want to be consistent with all these ones. So something like 64, and something here like 80 will work just fine. And let's, here I love it, on 3 rows, and let's here 88. I think these 3 circles are too far from one another. Okay guys, so what else we can add to our portfolio? We have headline, header, hero, process or services, mantra, case studies. Let's see what I can do for people, what I'm crafting. So what I can craft for you, something like that. Another section, what I can craft for people, what a UI UX designer can craft. So he can craft something like dashboards, admin panels, okay, something, let's duplicate something like mobile apps, let's duplicate, I don't know, responsive websites, okay, again copy the styles a lot, create, add something like this, something like this, and something like that. Okay, let's add here something like that. Select these two, auto layout, click here in order to see what it is. Auto layout, click here in order to see what it is. And again, auto layout 16, responsive websites. Okay, so you see that I'm moving very fast, guys. I hope you forgive me. So these are dashboards, mobile app, responsive websites. Try to be organized, select all them, auto layout, change the direction, gap, something like that. Here and here auto layout, what I can craft. Place this underneath, place inside the container. Okay, give it something like 80. And now it's time to go and to see that this should be on the fill container. This something like that. Okay, I like it to be on 2 rows. Make sure fill, 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 and the parent fill. And let's give it a, let's make sure that elements inside are on the fill. So you see that is very redundant. In Figma you are giving a lot of clicks. Maybe they will do something in the near future. And you see here is looking good. Let's make sure something like that. And let's add some icons for distinctions, something like dashboard, I don't know. Okay, something like website, responsive, mobile, I have. Okay. Okay guys, so let's see where that fits. Okay, products, bear with me, we almost done here. Let's increase something like 48. Let's add the stroke over 3 in order to be consistent with other icons. Okay, make sure all your icons are inside the rectangle in order to for developers to implement the right way. Let's make it 48. Let's give it something like 3. And I have to find another icon here. So fill, and let's make here an auto layout called copy, because I want to increase the distance between icon and the copy. Again here 12, and here something like 20, 24. And I have to find another icon for responsive websites, but I will do it later. Or you can go to the noun projects very quickly, web frame, I don't know guys, something like that. And I think this one looks pretty well. Basic, continuous, AFG, go here, go to downloads, noun, place it underneath. I don't know, let's make it 32. Yes, I'm even happier. So let's make it like this. Let's make it 48. Let's see if the guy, so let's add the stroke outside 0.3 in order to have the same width, the same value on the stroke, like oh, it has let's make it 48. And let's decrease a bit the, I have to unlink here, I think something like that, but I will have to add this inside the rectangle. So 48, here 48, because Okay guys, so I think we are nearly done here, and I want this to be, yes, this, we're not living in a perfect world scenario where everything fits on the same level, so let's leave it like this to show to the people that we are not perfect. Let's add a bit of a fill. Let's add something like this, and let's see here 72, copy in order to be very consistent, to add a bit of a padding. Let's add here something like see my portfolio, um, or something, a call to action, see what I did, so, or see my experience. Okay, this is a link. Let's make it 24. Let's place the title above. Let's decrease the line height, is too much for me. Make it auto layout, make it fill, change the direction, make it like that. Just let's copy the button, add it here. Let's make it bigger. Okay, don't make it fixed, make it hugged, and let's make it something like 2. Top, rename, and this, in order to go to the right, just click auto here and it will go just fine. Just click on top. I think this is better, and I want this button to be big. Okay, 32, no, it's too big. And let's add here a call to action on the portfolio. Let's make it like this, and here let's add something like take the full look, and let's arrange to the middle. Let's make it fill container. I want this to be on the middle. Let's make it 24 or 32. This one is 36, 32. Let's make it regular. Let's add a line underneath. Okay, auto layout here, decrease it. Let's make it 3. Let's make it fill. Oh, it's too much, so we have to make something like hug, and this is take the full look. So take the full look, we have to go inside, but inside the direction is like that. So again, case studies, go it like that, make it medium. No, I don't like medium. Let's make it bigger, 48. Okay, something like that. And you see that we did a lot. We have header, hero, process, mantra, values, case studies, what I can craft for you. Let's add some testimonials, guys. Let's duplicate this. Let's call this testimonials. Okay, let's see what it can done. Command Shift G in order to ungroup. Delete. Let's delete this two. Let's delete this one, and this will be something like Jonathan Doe, the name of the author. something like uppercase I want, and duplicate and just copy this style and see something like CEO React Media. Because the author, you have to create an auto layout called author. Usually a testimonial is made from an author, his picture, and the text of the testimonial itself. So here we're going to ChatGPT again, guys. So I will say I am a senior UX designer and I need some testimonials from people talking about me. Can you please help? So you see, this guy is helping me a lot. We have to embrace technology. So I did a video on how to use ChatGPT as a UX designer, guys. You should check it out. So let's go here with working with, let's replace it, React Media. Now Dorin here. Dorin, my kids are talking on the background. Please forgive me. So let's add something like this. 40, I think is better. And I don't want here is too much the distance. Something like 48 will work just well. And this one, I don't want this to be uppercase. I don't want to be medium. And I want 32. And this is my first testimonial. And it's copy. Okay. "24" is better. One, it's too many auto layouts, and let's add a picture here of, let's add an auto layout. Let's call title. Let's add something like that. Let's add fill container here, and let's add something like that. And here I want the gap to be something like 48, and this one hugged. And let's move this one inside. No, so I'm not happy with what I did. Let's reduce all these, and let's add the paragraph here, and this one let's make it something like this. I don't know what I did, guys. So this one should be hugged, should be filled. Okay, so now I have something like 20, and now I can paste my image and create again on auto layout and change direction here. Okay, guys, so this is hugged and this one is good, and let's increase the size, something like fill here, and something like 300. Okay, so let's click on one and let's make it something like this. Let's click on artboard, and the layout disappeared. I think I deleted from mistake. Let's create again columns 12. Let's say center. Let's make it 30. Let's make it 85. Okay, and I want this to be like this, and let's decrease a bit the opacity of the grid. something like 5, and let's go here and let's add and splash something like portrait people in order to add a photo of the guy that um, written the testimonial. I don't know what I can add. What about this guy? This guy, I don't know. You have to choose your photo very carefully. So something like that. Okay guys, let's disable my grid and let's see what I end up, and let's add some codes here. Georgia has some beautiful codes from my experience. Let's make a trick here, something like that. Let's convert this to outline stroke. Let's link this and let's make it something like 32. Let's make this white, guys. This is a trick that I use in order to reduce the time in finding the right icons. Click on effect, drop shadow, decrease no blur, 4, 3, 3, I think. Let's make it 100, and now we have something like testimonials. So this is my testimonial. Click here, let's make it something like 28, and this is the direction, and let's add this here. Okay, so I think, let's see, medium would be too much. Yes, it's too much, guys. So let's dig. Okay, so I'm pretty happy, and let's create the footer. Let's add here a stroke. Let's click 2.5. Let's make it 16 or 24, 32. Copy style a lot, guys. Make it the gap, reduce the gap, something like 48, something like 40 or 32. Okay, let's add the stroke, something like this. DA. Okay, and let's decrease. Let's make this white. Let's see how it looks. So it's never done. It's a never-ending process, but I think we will get to a final result. Let's make it like this, and let's make it equal because I think it looks good. I know I tell that we don't have to be perfect, but I think for this example I like this one. So we have a pretty decent layout, guys. Let's add a footer quickly. Let's add my logo. I want this in footer. So you see here that, okay, let's place them inside the container. Okay, this is something like sitemap, called sitemap. Let's make it 20 because I want this to be bigger than the nav. Let's decrease the line height, and this is my sitemap. Okay, so this is my sitemap. I have to reduce it here. I have this to reduce as well because I think this is too much. Let's duplicate in order to add some social media. Follow me, and let's say something like I don't want this to be selected. Let's remove it by clicking Command Shift G in order to unlink the auto layout. Let's move this. This is follow me. Okay, so this is something like LinkedIn. I want people to follow me on LinkedIn, Medium, Dribble, and YouTube. Something simple, not too fancy. Select all these three components, auto layout called footer. Change the direction here, guys. Make it auto. Select the footer, go to fix, make sure this is filled, and let's duplicate. Let's say something like looking for a project. Let's talk. Okay, and here I want something like Dorin on premiumuikids.com. Delete this one, unlink this auto layout. Make sure this is underlined because this is an email address. Don't want this to be uppercase. Let's increase the title, something visible. This is the most important part. And let's say all rights reserved 2023. Okay, guys, so we have our footer content. Let's say with this one, let's add this one inside, and this one auto layout, and on the content give it something like that, give it something like that. Click here, copy columns. Okay, make this one footer 80 again, gap 24. Let's make it black. I want my footer to be black. Click on columns, click on selection, add this white, click here, add DA. Let's make sure this is 18. Okay, guys, so let's click on, let's delete because I don't want this to be selected. Click on these links, DA. Click on these links, DA. Okay, so go to the footer, add some padding on the top, on the bottom something like 24, and we can make something like this. And I want all these three to go something like this and on the columns. Okay, guys, so this should be filled. This should be, oh, I don't want like this, so I think something, select all this, something like this, and I think something, I have to play with these guys, so just let's click here. This I want to be hugged, and I want this to be something like this. Let's click auto. Okay, but in order to do that, I want this to be like that. Yes, so inside the logo, I created above the logo an auto layout called logo, and I increased its size by giving a fill here, and these three columns I want shorter, less padding here. So this is right, this is left, because this is the way it's supposed to look like, guys. So okay, in footer and testimonials I want no gap. Let's call this bottom. Okay, and let's click 0, and let's make it like this. And I think we're pretty decent. And let's reach position on this what I craft with case studies. And here I don't want this field anymore. So you see, you can always go back and change, as you can see, guys. Let's even go this on top because it's more important, or I don't know, you can add whatever you want here. And I think this is the layout that I want to build. Let's make this light and let's duplicate it, and let's make this dark. I don't know, you can play with this a lot. You can go to your hero. Here you can change the direction. You can click here and just go here and go here and go here and just align this. Just get rid of this. Let's make it hot content, and let's make something like this. Let's make this align on the middle. And you see, guys, that we can make whatever we want. Let's give this fixed width and let's make it something like this. Let's make the hero its hot content. Let's add something like that, 32. And on hero, let's add something like that, 64 and 64, or 48, because we already have a gap here. And let's increase here something like 80, high, a senior, something like that. And you can have different styles, different layouts in just a second. Let's add some colors if you want. I don't know, let's make this orange. I don't know, something like that. My god, my kids, something like that. And something like that. You can play with this a lot. Okay, here you can add something like black. Let's make it DA. Let's select our circles, and this one design less, no fill, but this one like that, no stroke but a fill, something like that. So you can see, you can play, you can do whatever you want, guys. Let's make it again white with no stroke. Just, I don't know, some cool effects here. You can play with it. You can make DA in order to use the same colors. Here you can add on the stroke some gradients. I don't know. Let's move on the diagonal and let's click again this one, and let's make this dark. Oh, but what, I don't know what it is. So dark, it doesn't have opacity. Okay, let's copy the style, paste the style, paste the style, and I can create some cool effects. Let's give it again a feel, something subtle, and I don't want any gap between this and this. Select them, remove gaps, and you see how it all started to look nice. Add a background color of light gray. Let's add here something like that. So I think it's pretty decent here. I think here we should remove, make it something like this, some cool effect, and just select the copy here, the hero, and let's remove a bit the gap. So you see the possibilities are endless. You can play, you can do whatever you want, guys. Just add some pictures here. I think we did a pretty cool results here. Let's make this hero again, duplicate. Let's duplicate the hero, and I will do a dark hero, and I think we're done, guys, for now. And let's duplicate in order to go back to your original one. You don't want to lose, maybe you don't like it. So it's a lot of exploration, and it's a lot of you have to have experience. I know you can make these buttons just invert and make them white, because now we are on dark background. And as you can see, we can make this one, and the header, let's duplicate, no, because we already duplicated. Let's make this white, select white, go here, nav white, and this one just copy style a lot, and let's make this is 48 like the logo, and again let's make this DA because these are unselected, and let's make this medium, something like that. So you see, in just seconds we have different styles. We have a dark hero, dark mantras here, a color here. Let's say this one is selected. Let's add the fill underneath, the same orange. This is my primary color. Let's add a padding of 20 or 24 on the left and right. So select left one, no gap here, guys, and you see this is on hover or on selected, I don't know. Let's increase a bit here. Let's make it something like 80. Okay, guys, so you see this is my layout, this is my result, this is how I would do if I had to create a portfolio, guys. So thank you for your patience, thank you for everything. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed. If you had anything to share that I can improve, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your attention, and I apologize for the background noise. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.